Okay.
Hey y'all, I got tagged to do one of these Bbq Tag vids by Chef Bbq. Thank you, Chef. It was good to hear from you on the telephone the other day, man. That's cool. First off, I'd like to say, I don't know why you tagged me. I'm really not a barbecue person. I mean, I eat barbecue and I smoke all kinds of shit, but I don't consider myself a barbecue person. If you've seen me in my videos, you know me, I'm happy when I got 4 burners in the oven going on in the kitchen. I'm more of an indoor cook. I'm gonna fucking ramble, Terry, hush. But anyways, I go out there and I play with the grills and the smokers and I do what I can. So I appreciate the tag, and I'm just gonna give you my insights on all these questions. Hey Troy, what is my go-to smoker? Man, I got a cheap ass char griller. That's what I smoke on. That's it. When I'm here at Karen's, well, soon to be mine, she's got a big old offset that I use, and I'll be playing with that and trying to get it out. I used to have another char griller. It had a firebox on the side, so it's kind of like an offset, and I had it down to where I had it down to a science. I could cook anything on it, smoke anything, but it just got so old damned and rusted out, old and wore out. Had to get rid of it. Got me a new one. I just never got a firebox on it. So, but I still smoke on mine, and that's what I use. What is my go-to rub? I don't know if it's a rub, but I know I like it better than anything I've ever had. I put it on everything, and that's Tango Joe's Midnight Espresso. I smoke on it, I grill on it, I bake on it, I put it in ice cream. I mean, I like Tango Joe's Midnight Espresso. Chicken, poultry, beef, pork. I mean, chicken and poultry, that's the same thing. But anyways, I love that stuff. Here recently, I've had an opportunity to try JB's Hey Boy Rub. Now, that's some kick-ass stuff. I really like that. I only got about that much left. I need to give JB an order because that's some rocking stuff. Y'all go see JB and get you some Hey Boy Rub. Baby backs or spares, that's simple without a doubt.
Spares.
Of course. Baby backs to me is just a piece of shit, piece of meat. I don't care for them at all. But a spare, I can get a full-size spare, and then I can take the big old flappy end off, and I can cut that off, and you trim them up, make them like St. Louis cut. But all the stuff that I cut off, I can throw them in a pot with some sauerkraut. And we got sauerkraut and ribs, and there ain't nothing better than that. Hell yeah. So it's got to be spares. My favorite barbecue channel. I don't want to make nobody mad, so I'm going to make everybody happy with this one. It's whoever I'm watching at that time. I don't really have a favorite. I've seen so many guys that barbecue and smoke, and I've learned so much from them, and I've enjoyed their videos, and really it's just whoever I'm watching at the time. That's who I'm liking. So like if I watch 5 smoking videos in one night, I'm liking 5 different people, because I like what everybody does. I learn from everybody, and so I really don't have a favorite. What is my favorite beer? Well, my favorite beer is Heineken, but I can't afford that. Not on the salary that I make. Drink the way I do. So I drink Hams. And this Hams is like America's classic premium beer. Born in the sky of the land blue water. Born in the land of the sky blue waters. Since 1865. I drink Hams.
Yuck.
It's got enough alcohol content that I can get a buzz, but it ain't got enough that makes me stupid. I don't need no help doing that.
I was going to say.
So, but I drink Hams, and I drink it religiously. Need to see about them sponsoring my channel. My biggest influence in barbecue. There again, I don't have an influence in barbecue because I don't consider myself a barbecue expert. But as far as cooking in general, I would say there's 4 or 5 people. Both my grandparents, my grandmothers, both my grandmothers, they let me in the kitchen when I was a wee tyke. When I did little bitty. They let me in the kitchen when nobody else was allowed. You know, no kids was allowed in the kitchen. They let me in there, they let me watch, let me observe. And I picked up a lot from them. And then I would have to say there was Graham Kerr, the Galloping Gourmet. He was the first chef that I watched. When I watched him, I knew this was what I wanted to do, was cook. The Galloping Gourmet just had it going on. And then, of course, there was Julia. And then I found Stan Wilson, the old Cajun cook. And man, he taught me a lot. I watched Justin Wilson for a lot of episodes on PBS, and I learned a lot of stuff from him. And but as far as barbecuing, I really don't have an influence. What are my thoughts on pellets, gas, and electric smokers? Well, first off, electric I wouldn't give you 2 cents for. Gas, I'm not real fond of gas anyway. In the kitchen on my stove I want gas, but outside cooking I don't even want to touch a gas grill out there. A pellet grill, I would like to have a pellet grill, just because where we live in the winter, it gets cold and snowy and shit, and I'd like to just throw something on there and let it go. So, I'd take a Traeger or something like that, but I don't know that I would use it that often. I really don't. Not from the comments I've heard from everybody, and it'd be nice to have, but it ain't something I'm gonna buy. To sauce or not to sauce? 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be no sauce. Really, it depends on what I'm cooking, but like, if I'm just grilling like pork steaks, I'm gonna put sauce on them. But if I'm doing a pork butt or a loin, or if I'm smoking a chicken, I'm not putting nothing. The ribs, I'm definitely not gonna put no sauce on my ribs. I'll serve sauce on the side. If I make a pork butt and pull it or slice it, then I'll add sauce to it later, but never on the grill. I very seldom put sauce on the grill on stuff. Explain the difference in grilling and barbecuing. Grilling is throwing a hamburger or a steak on the fire and cooking it real quick. Barbecuing is something that has to be done in a pit, and it has to take a long time. That's just the way I feel about it. Make up my own barbecue question. My own barbecue question would be, what was the best barbecue you ever had in your life? And I would like to think it was probably my first instance of, well, no, that wasn't my first. It was one of the first. When I was a kid, the old man didn't grill. He didn't barbecue or nothing like that. I didn't know anybody that barbecued them, so, But we used to go to this little place when I was a kid, just a little old shack hole in the dump that called Smoky Mountain Barbecue. And this man had a big old pit, and he did mutton in there. And he did pork, and you could get ribs, but the biggest thing he had was mutton, barbecued mutton. And they really didn't put a sauce on it. They had what they called a mop. It was some kind of liquid stuff. And he'd pull that mutton out, and he'd chop it off the bone, and he'd throw it on your sandwich, and then take that mop and just dip it in that stuff and put it on your sandwich. And man, that was the best barbecue I ever had. And to this day, I can still remember that. And so that's it. That's my questions. This is my beer. Like I say, I'm not a barbecue expert. I appreciate all you guys' channels, and I learned a lot from you. And Chef, thanks for tagging me in this. And I would tag 3 people, but I think mostly everybody's been tagged. So I'm going to keep it local and tag 2 guys, because I know they ain't done nothing, and it'll make them both get on camera. They ain't had no decent videos in a while. So y'all get your asses on camera. I'm going to tag Greg McCutcheon and my girlfriend Jeff over there at Bologna Ring Ranch. Greg brought his Weber Smoky Mountain over for Labor Day, and we used that, and that kicked ass. I'd like to have one of them. Weber. Hey, Weber. But yeah, Greg and Jeff, I'm going to tag you too. And that's it. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to drink a beer, and then I'm going to cook supper for Terry. And it's been a while since we've been together, so we're still working on this moving deal. We got about 2.5, 3 weeks, and we'll be done. So say goodbye, Terry.
Goodbye, Terry.
All right, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.